Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today's topic is going to be how to feel good. If you're someone who doesn't feel good and, not all the time, but maybe you don't feel good all the time, but you then sometimes suffer from, 2 or 3 days a week where you just have really low times, think about it coming from within. And I've explained this before previously, but I want to give you quick bullet points on things you can do to fix this. Okay, so number one is sun. If you get enough sun, if you're not feeling good, think about it. Most of the time you're getting up in the morning, in your car, in the gym. If you do go to the gym, if you don't, then you're in your car straight to the office, or you go straight to the gym, straight to the office, sit in the office all day. You leave when the sun's pretty much nearly down, and then you go home. So firstly, make sure you can get a little bit of sun. If it's really hot outside, even 10 minutes getting the sun on your skin is going to make you feel a lot better. Before I train, normally sometimes I've been working for 4 hours back to back and I'm like, I need to kind of sit back and maybe have a seat before I train. But then I'll end up getting tired by doing that. So what I'll normally do is go and walk around the block in the sun, get the sun on my skin, and then go straight into the session, and it helps me so much. Number two is sleep. Making sure you get enough sleep. That seems very standard for most people to understand, but making sure that you schedule the time to get to sleep. So if you get up every day at 5:30 in the morning to go to the gym or whatever, then you have to think about, okay, 7 hours of sleep might take half an hour to get to sleep. So then you want to maybe calculate a little bit more time in there. So maybe like you want to go to bed at say 9:30. To make sure you get a sufficient sleep, okay? Because if you don't have that schedule, next thing you know it, you're sitting and watching the television and it's 11 o'clock at night and you're like, okay, I should go to bed now. You end up getting to sleep, you only get 5.5 hours sleep, and then you wonder why you're not feeling good, or you're a bit overwhelmed or feeling too stressed. These are the things that probably you're doing incorrectly, and you do have to be really strict with it. You can be a little bit more lenient at the weekend. That's how I normally I am, a bit more lenient at the weekend, and then in the week I'm pretty strict on my sleep. So that gives you that right balance. Next one is your calories and macros. Very quickly, calories should be enough. If you're on a deficit of calories, make sure they're not too low. And then if you are obviously on a deficit of calories, make sure you're calculating them correctly. Your macros are going to be a massive one. A lot of people come to me, they're having the wrong macros. The macros are normally too high in carbohydrates and too low in protein. When you flip that around and you have more protein, normally try and focus more on lamb, red meat, fish, fattier fish. That will help you, keep the right balance in macros and enough nutrients. When you eat sometimes really lean meat, chicken, etc., then sometimes you're not getting the right amount of animal fats, and that can actually cause you not feeling good. So also keep that in mind. Keep in mind also the lamb, fattier foods are a little bit higher in calories, so just be careful with that if you are trying to lose fat. If you're trying to increase weight, then obviously those things are quite good for increasing calories quite simply. And also with your protein intake, it'll stop you being hungry if you're trying to lose fat, so that's really important to follow. If you're feeling hungry or getting cravings, loads of protein, 40% is normally what I recommend of your daily calories, and that's going to make you feel so much better. Training is going to be 3 to 4 heavy resistance trainings a week. You take 3 days rest with lots of movement, or that could be for someone who's trying to get stronger, so they get enough recovery. Or if someone's trying to lose fat in the short term, you can train up to 6 days a week, but that's short term because you might burn yourself out. But in the longer term, you want to be working at 4 times a week. But then the 3 other days you can do something light, maybe a jog or some sprints. Preferably sprints. I don't really like jogging, to be honest. I don't see the benefit. Or you can just do lots of walking. The more movement you do in those days, it'll help your body recover, and it'll help you the next day when you go in, you feel fresh and ready to go, and it'll help you burn calories by walking at a low intensity, which will help your recovery and burn calories. Rather than killing yourself 6-7 days a week and then burning yourself out, and then you just lose all your progress. Last one is movement and walking, which I just explained there. Make sure you're getting enough movement and walking. You can combine that with enough sun as well. So if you go out and get enough sun, you can do your walking in the sun, which would be even better. Obviously, if it gets really hot, then if you're in Dubai, then obviously that's something that you need to consider, walking on the treadmill or just making some sort of time for the next 4 months while it's overly hot. So hope that helps. Those are 5 basic ones: get enough sun, sleep, macros and calories. training and movement, which is walking. Hope that helped. Sometimes I repeat videos, I'd say some things are similar in other videos, but it's all relative to the situation and the goal. So hope that helps. Any questions, as always, please let me know.